Hey, welcome everybody to Getaway with the Crawfords. After many travels, we have been basically, asked and told by multiple friends and family, why don't you guys do a video? So here we are. It's our first video. Steph has decided to sit this one out and sit to my left over here. So I guess I'll be the one that's going to be camera ready for today in this episode. We're going to be reviewing the Holland America Rotterdam. We just came off it April 3rd to the 10th out of Fort Lauderdale with stops in Grand Turk, San Juan, St. Thomas, and Half Moon Cay. We're going to be going on 3 cruise lines over the next 6 months or so. We didn't plan this at all, but it kind of worked out that way. We just came off Holland America. We're going on Princess in June, the Discovery Princess, to Alaska. And then in October, we're going to be on the Celebrity Solstice. Supposed to be the Millennium, but they just switched ships on us to the Solstice. So we're going to have a very small sample size, but we hope by October to be able to review who the best premium cruise line is. So we're going to get started right now with the Holland America Rotterdam. All right, here we go.
All right, our first category today is food.
Oh, food. I like
How
food.
are we going to rate the food?
All right. Everything that we're doing on this will be on a 5-point scale. So for the food, we started off with 4 out of 5. The food was actually really fantastic. It was delicious food. Probably some of the best food we've had on a cruise ship, to be honest with you. The reason we are going, though, with 4 out of 5 and not 5 out of 5 is really because there were a couple of issues that we did have. One was there was no lobster night. And to me, if premium cruise lines should offer a lobster night, I mean, Carnival even offers a lobster night. They had it, but you had to pay $20 for it. And to me, don't nickel and dime me on a cruise, especially one that's supposed to be premium. So that was kind of upsetting. But with that, they also did not have creme brulee, and they also didn't have like baked Alaska. To me, those are cruise ship standards that you should have on every ship. And it's something you look forward to. But they didn't have them, and that was kind of interesting. But everything else they did have was fantastic. The Lido deck food was awesome. It was great. Totally loved it. They had a pasta bar where you could tell the guy behind the counter, I want spaghetti with meat sauce with this or that. He'd throw it all in, cook it in a couple minutes, and give it to you. Throw some cheese on there. They had some garlic bread as well. Fantastic. Loved it. They also had a salad bar with the same type of setup where you told the guy, I want iceberg, romaine, spinach, whatever. Tell him your toppings. He'd mix it all together, throw it in there, some dressing, these great salad bowls. I just absolutely loved it. It was just a wonderful way to have a salad presented. So that was wonderful. We also had a tea time. Steph and I were not aware that we were tea time people, but now we're tea time people. We love tea time, love the drinks, the hot tea that came with it, plus the little snacks as well. Wonderful time on the tea time. What am I missing? 24-hour room service was great as well. I'm getting an evil eye right now. Like I must be missing something. 24-hour room service we absolutely loved. And they also offer a hot breakfast, which is kind of rare for cruise lines. Normally they give you a continental breakfast free in the morning to your room. Holland gives you a hot breakfast free to your room, which was pretty awesome. I actually really enjoyed that. What am I missing? Please pipe in here whenever you want.
Well, no, that was just my line.
Oh, sorry. Which one?
The 24-hour room service.
The 24-hour room. Steph was a big fan. What about the late night snacks, though?
Late night snacks were good. I think they would have been delicious had they had them all. I don't know if it was just because it was a couple days into the cruise and they were out, but like they were out of popcorn and some of the others, the pretzel bites. But they had like kind of concession stand food late at night. Yeah, like they had chicken wings, French fries, nachos, like kind of concession standy type food that for a non-fancy eater, a very picky eater, is perfect for my palate.
Yes, that's very picky. The only other thing, the desserts that they did have, especially on the Lido deck, were amazing. My only complaint is that they had a soft serve machine, but it was broken. It must be the same one they use at McDonald's, I'm guessing, because it was never working the whole time we were on board. So that was pretty disappointing because they had ice cream as hard scooped, which I know probably people with nicer, finer taste than us prefer, but occasionally I want that hard or that soft serve ice cream out of the machine. That's kind of my go-to. I really do like that. Okay, so I guess that's it for food. So 4 out of 5 on food. Let's move on. What do we got next?
Yeah, up next is entertainment.
Oh, entertainment. Hey, entertainment's always a good thing to do on the ship, especially at night when you're sailing from port to port. We do enjoy some good entertainment. For this, though, on this cruise, we are giving it a 3 out of 5. And the reason why we're giving it a 3 out of 5 is primarily because they don't have a production show on board. They have the Step 1 Dance Company, which does interpretive dance to music. And once or twice of that was awesome and great, and we enjoyed it, and it was fun to go to. But every night, most nights, they had Step 1 Dance Company with interpretive dance. Not exactly my cup of tea. I'd much rather have a full production show with singing and dancing, the choreography, and also a storyline to go with it, and they did not have that. But one thing they did have was the music walk, which is something I've never been a part of, which was really cool. They had the B.B. King's Blues Club. They had the dueling piano bar. They had the Billboard Rock Room, and they also had the Rolling Stone Rock Room. And also the Lincoln Center Stage, which we did not participate in. That kind of went on in the afternoon with orchestra-style strings, classical music. We didn't really participate in that. And they also had comedy shows. We did enjoy the comedy shows. Both comedians were funny, especially the adult late-night shows were better than the family shows. The dueling piano bar we didn't really care for, only because it was not unlike any dueling piano bar I've ever been to. They played some slow Elton John. They played some slower Fleetwood Mac. They played some slower Barry Manilow. When I go to a dueling piano bar, I expect to have some uppity stuff, some where you can sing along, have a good time. This to me was like, hey, Grandpa and Grandma, we're going to put you to bed type of stuff, and I wasn't feeling it. A lot of the people there, though, who were older, tend to like it. I'm like, yeah, but not us particularly. It was like, so it wasn't our thing. The B.B. King Blues Club was really good and fun. The Rolling Stone Rock Room, that was probably our most favorite on board. They played a ton of different music and were just really, really good. Really enjoyed that as well. Am I missing anything at all from entertainment?
My only, I guess, what I would say, my little side note there is in the music walk, although it was really awesome and it's all like close by and together, but you could only have one at a time. So if the Rolling Stones Rock Room was playing, the piano, dueling piano bar couldn't be because they're right next to each other and they couldn't compete noise-wise. So you are limited in some cruise ships. They have multiple things going on at one time. This you kind of have to just like bounce around. Also, they did this really cool thing when they weren't doing interpretive dance, where she had like some, I don't know, they're called EXC talks. I don't know if that's like executive talks and they would tell you like history. Yeah. Like almost like a TED Talk on a cruise ship. Yeah,
and we actually went to that. The first night, it's called The Origins. I would recommend if you do Holland America, you don't miss The Origins presentation. It's all about how Holland America got started, how they survived through different wars, through Prohibition. Just absolutely fantastic. It's very informative. We actually really, really enjoyed it. I know Steph wasn't sure about going to it, but she actually liked it too. So that was good. So entertainment, we're giving it a 3 out of 5. Do you have anything else to add on entertainment?
No.
No? All right.
I think we got it covered. Our third category is service.
All right. So for service on board, we are giving them a 4 out of 5. For the most part, service was phenomenal. It was kind of what we expected from being a more upscale premium cruise line. We were notified on board that they originally were planning to sail with about 1,100 passengers, and then the CDC kind of relaxed some of the guidelines, and they ended up booking the cruise to 2,400. The ship holds just over 2,600, so we were definitely sailing fuller. And I think that kind of hurt some of the service, because they were definitely not staffed for that many people, which is a shame. I mean, I understand they are hurting for money, but you should never put profits in front of the passengers who've already booked, I guess is my opinion on that. But I understand they also got to, make up for lost revenue. So, but service, so we'll go with, one, they had low staff, and some of the dining rooms, like the BB King, not dining rooms, but the BB King lounge and stuff, they'd have 2 servers for the whole lounge. And you could go through a whole show and not have anybody come up to you and say if you need anything. And to me, that's lost revenue. That's not good. I mean, I know a lot of people are getting up and going to the bars around us to get their own drinks and coming back. And, I have a pocket full of money because I'll tip good service. And, it's just like kind of went back to the room with me most nights, unfortunately. We did have 2 room stewards, which was pretty awesome. So we always had somebody there to take care of our room, which was really nice. And we only requested nightly turn down service and cleanup. You can do morning and night, but Steph and I sleep in most days, so we didn't want to be bothered in the morning and have them waiting for us. But there's still 2 room stewards, which was great. We did enjoy that a lot, and they kept our room nice and tidy. Ice every night that we wanted. They also, just were great as far as keeping the room top notch, towels, all that good stuff that we needed. Let's see here. We did have some issues with bill mix-ups, mostly related to the app. The app still has a lot of bugs in our opinion to work out, so we had to keep going to guest services to have things changed, or mostly, it's just changed and taken off our bill that we either paid for, like the wine package, or they said, oh, you have the drink package, so you can't participate in happy hour, and we were charged full price for drinks, and we didn't have the drink package, so that was frustrating, but again, that's not really the service fault. That's more just their app's not that great yet for them to be rolling it out full scale on the ship. Yes.
It was hard there was nowhere you could find the dinner menu or any menus except on the app. They don't provide that on paper, or it's not listed anywhere on the ship. So it was kind of a bummer when our apps would not open those type of files. We had to do some serious workarounds and shut it down and relog in every time. Mm-hmm. So that was a bummer. I think the service was hit or miss. When we would go to the dining room, all the servers were great. Some were better than others. We had some really, really fantastic service, and we had some that was just okay, it's just so. But it was hit or miss. They didn't really seat us in the same section every time, so we didn't get to build a relationship with our dining room
because
servers.
We did participate in anytime dining. Instead of having a set time, we just kind of wanted to go when we felt we were hungry. So sometimes I was at 8:30 at night, and other times it could have been at 7 or 6. So, I mean, that probably hurt us too, but I know Carnival will sit you with the same server every night no matter what dining service you have. So, it was kind of a bummer not to build the relationship with the servers. Yeah.
And I did go to the spa. The spa itself, I did have a massage. I was a little bummed out because, on Carnival in the past when I've went there, they include a thermal suite, which is usually some kind of hot tub or spa, and it has sauna, all these cool features. But this one did not include those. But they did tell me that straight up when I asked them, but they did not try to upsell it to me or ask if I'd like to add it on, which I guess you could be grateful for. But when I did say I was interested in it, they didn't. Yeah. They didn't seem to care. So I did not get the thermal suite, which was an upcharge. I also afterwards asked about some certain other select services, and they did not know how much those cost and could not give me any information. So I guess they didn't want any more services. I don't know. But it was kind of nice that they did not try to sell me anything. They didn't make me go talk to another person. Sometimes they make you go talk to their skincare professional person, and
it's nice for me too in my pocketbook.
And get feedback and try to sell you all their products. So they did not try to upsell me anything. So that was kind of nice. I could just get a massage, say nice job, and walk out of there.
True.
No questions asked. All right, our fourth area is the room and other ship areas.
Yeah. All right, so for the room, one thing I really love, this is a brand new ship. It's set sail sometime late summer of 2021. They finally put, for us normal-sized people, a bigger shower in their cabins. It's so nice. Steph and I could have got in there together and had no problem. An actual big-size shower, which I absolutely loved. Awesome water pressure, which was great too. No issues there in the shower at all. It's probably one of my favorite parts of the room. They also had a giant flat-screen TV, which was nice, with plenty of different programming for late night when you're trying to fall asleep and want something on. First-run movies, great TV shows, and actually had decent 6 channels, cable channels, which, when you're at sea, that's better than most cruise lines have, I guess. So, you can still watch ESPN and keep up on sports back home and stuff, which was nice. I did appreciate that. The bathrobes were really nice and luxurious, not cheap, flimsy stuff, so they were super comfortable, nice to have. They did have an umbrella in the room. We didn't have to use it, but there was an umbrella in the room for you to use as well. The balcony was nice with the table, and you also had footstools that slid out from underneath the chairs, which is nice. Normally you don't have footstools, so we did enjoy that as well. I think that's about it for my room. Do you have anything you want to add on the room or anything else?
Mattress.
Oh, the mattress. Thank you. Yes. The mattress, for being a brand new ship pretty much, I didn't have the best sleeps. I thought the mattress was not that comfortable. I had some hip and joint pain and stuff and was rolling over a lot during the night, and I was just kind of not a comfortable night's sleep for some reason or another. I don't know if Steph knows as much, but I didn't think it was a great mattress for being brand new.
They did give you some pillow options. I know we had to switch halfway through because both of our necks were kind of
Yeah, they did give pillow options, which was nice. So we did switch out our pillows to get a little relief. Anything else you'd like to comment on?
I'm not in the room.
Not in the room.
Plenty of storage. There was some storage under the bed. There were some drawers under the bed that we didn't realize that would have really been helpful had we found those sooner.
Yeah,
but
plenty of storage.
Check under the bed.
Yeah, storage under the bed. Plus your suitcases go under the bed, but there's still storage under the bed plus suitcases, so that worked out nice.
And we had 3 suitcases, and they still all fit with room to spare.
Yeah, It was a nice room, very nice room. Thought out really well, actually, is what I'd say. They designed it nicely. Plenty of outlets, too.
Okay, ship areas.
Ship areas.
What were your favorite areas on the ship?
Favorite areas, definitely the music walk. I'm a music guy. I love live music, so I did appreciate that. I also thought the theater was really nice. It's kind of set in I don't want to say the round, but it's close to like a theater in the round type of setting with video screens all the way around as well. So it was a neat experience. I have no real issues at all with any area of the ship. The Dutch Cafe was great. A little nook area, I guess, where you can get Dutch treats since Holland America, obviously Dutch line. So that was nice. It was nice to experience a Dutch treat. I've never done that before, and I actually enjoyed it. An apple bacon pancake. Delicious. Get one if you ever get on board. I don't know. I mean, it's a smaller ship, 2,600 people, so it's easy to go from the front to the back to the front. We didn't really do much in the casino because the casino was always full. This was an older clientele sailing on a ship, and those people like to gamble. I'll tell you what. The artwork on board was absolutely phenomenal. I love artwork, and the artwork was awesome. Absolutely loved the artwork, loved everything about it. Beautiful stuff. No matter where you look, there was beautiful stuff. Going on, anything else you would like to touch on here in the areas of the ship? Okay, jump on in. The water's great. Jump in.
Some of my positives were the library. There's an actual library with real books that you can check out, not books that people have just left behind or old rundown books, brand new, popular books, bestsellers, and you can just take them and you just give them back. It's an honor system, but I mean, it looks like a library. It's not just a little small room that they put a couple tables in. It's a nice actual library. So that was really exciting. I was a little disappointed. I'm not really sure why, but when you first step on the ship, there's no big atrium lobby area where you look up and it goes up multiple floors. It's just when you entered on the ship, you just enter in a random hallway of rooms. And then they do have an atrium, but it's only 2 floors high probably.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah. It's just not as impressive, but I don't really know why that matters to me. Yeah. I mean, it's not I even really use that area. It's just always kind of puts you in awe when you first get on the ship, and they just didn't have that. The gym was really nice. I really liked the equipment on the gym. They had a lot of things that I could use, but it closed at 7, which I'm kind of a person. I'm more of a night owl, so I'm not very active in the morning. So usually I didn't use it because it just didn't match up with my time schedule. But the times that I did use it, it had a lot of equipment. My favorite thing probably about this ship and the ship areas were just the little touches here and there. This is one of my first luxury cruises besides Disney, and just in the bathrooms, instead of paper towels, they'd have actual hand towels.
That's nice.
Yeah, and so you use a new hand towel every time you went in.
Towel,
yeah, just little touches like that, nice glasses in our rooms.
Yeah. They had tablecloths at dinner, and then they had the crummer which I know a lot of cruises are going away from using the crummer, where after you get done, they clean you off where they put the dessert down. I do appreciate that. I appreciate a good crummer. I gotta be honest. I was looking forward to that.
In the elevator, they would have like rugs with the date on it. Just like these, not the date, but the day of the week. Because, you lose track of time. Yeah. But just like little things, even like the loungers that you sit on by the pool were just like more padded and comfortable. Nicer, yeah. Just like the areas were just elevated a little bit. Just like little touches here and there that you don't think about.
Yeah. So I don't think we touched on it when we started this segment, but we gave it 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 for the room and areas of the ship.
Yeah. It was good. Hey, our last category is ports.
All right, so ports, once again, we're giving this a 4 out of 5. The ports were great on this cruise, really, honestly and truly. Our first port was Half Moon. No, not Half Moon Key. Where am I going? I'm going the reverse.
Grand Turk.
First was Grand Turk, and we absolutely, both our first time in Grand Turk, and we absolutely loved it. The beach is right there. You pull up, walk off the dock, the pier, to the beach. It's great. They also have a free pool that we absolutely did not use, but we checked it out. It's right part of Margaritaville, free to use. It looked really nice as well. There, the Carnival Carnival ship was with us as well that day, but the port didn't seem full, which was nice. We had no problem finding lounge chairs. We had really no issue at all. It didn't seem crowded. It was just a beautiful day. The water is beautiful. When you get off, go to the left. This is key. Go to the left. The right side is quiet, and there's not many people there, but that's because the water's very rocky. So go to the left, and if the water's not rocky, walk right in. It's a lot more safe, I would say. Second stop is San Juan. This, to me, is a horrible cruise ship stop, and I know some people have already argued with me on Facebook about this. I'm sure if I went to San Juan for a week getaway and I stayed at a resort or somewhere in an Airbnb, I'd probably love it. I'd probably be like, this is a great island. But when you're there for a cruise ship, it's kind of just a horrible stop. It's like Nassau, in my opinion. There's just not enough to do. It's kind of just down in the city, and it's just kind of dumpy. It's not a great stop. I wish they'd kind of stop going there, or give us more time in St. Thomas. St. Thomas is also close to a couple of other islands. Give us more of the Caribbean. Just keep San Juan out of it, in my opinion. If you're starting a cruise from there, it's great. Fly in a day early and enjoy the hotel pool, whatever. Maybe see some sights. But I'm not a fan of San Juan. Yes.
If you don't have an excursion, it's not good. If you want to book an excursion, I'm sure you'll have a great time. But you can't just walk off the ship and find something to do. It's like, what was across, like a bank or something? Yeah,
it was a bank, and the Department of Housing was across the street too. I mean, it's like being in a city on an island, and
there's nowhere nearby that you can just.
I mean, it's kind of like Honolulu a little bit without the beach. I mean, it's just a major city, and there's nothing there. You can walk to the fort. Senor Frogs is across the street, but I mean, we're kind of past that partying age, and plus, I paid for the food and drink on board. I'm not going to go pay to drink across the street. That's silly. That's just my opinion. No judgment if that's what you do. After that, we went to St. Thomas. St. Thomas is a beautiful port, and to me, that's when you first feel like you're in the Caribbean. The water is just gorgeous. It's just a perfect, it was like 85 that day. Sun was out. We did the tram to the top, just something quick and easy. We didn't book any excursions, did a little shopping, and came back and enjoyed the ship. And after that, we did Half Moon Key. It was a little overcast that day and a little chilly, but we still made the best of it. The water is beautiful. It's a nice private island. It's Holland America's private island. We had a clamshell that day as well as a drink package. Definitely recommend both, especially if it was a sunny day. The clamshell would have been probably perfect. But the drink package, it was like $29 a person. You can get 15 drinks, up to 15 drinks if you want. But it was nice not having to worry about paying or, using your card or having that going back. We just walk out, and it's free. So that was cool. It was great.
The only thing that's weird about Half Moon Key is like they don't have any kind of electronics. Like everything is on paper, so it's kind of weird. They have to like write you a receipt for every single drink you get like on paper. Just kind of odd. It's
kind of old school. The old school way of doing it, to where they write it down on paper with your room number, and they put like HMC at the top so they know you have the drink package.
Definitely worth it for the clamshell. You don't know what the weather's going to be. Yeah. And it was just super nice. Those do run out, so I would recommend getting that ahead of time.
Yeah. So, port-wise, we loved the itinerary. This was Eastern Caribbean. Had a great time. We went to ports we haven't been to before. So that was fun as well. Like I said, the only port we didn't care for was San Juan. But like I said, if we went there for a week in a resort, we'd probably love it. But as a cruise ship stop, it's just not good. So with wrapping all of this up, thank you if you've made it this far. Thank you so, so much. And we promise this is going to get better for our first time. And I originally said we'd never do this, but yet here we are. So the final score of the Holland America Rotterdam Eastern Caribbean Cruise is 19 out of 25. So stay with us and look to the future. We're going to rank it against, like I said, the Discovery Princess and also the Celebrity Solstice. And we're going to kind of see who ranks where, who's the best. Maybe it's a tie, maybe it's not. Maybe someone has better food entertainment. Maybe someone wins outright and say, this is the best premium cruise line, and that's who you should choose every time. I don't know. But this has been the first episode of Getaway with the Crawfords. Next time my beautiful wife will make an appearance. We'll have no less. We're going to take you along on many wonderful trips this summer because that's what we do. We travel and we love to travel. And just like and subscribe, I guess, is what I'm supposed to say. And this will get better. I promise you that. And yeah, we'll catch you on the flip side.